Hi, we're Retirement Dreams to Reality. I'm Keely, this is Bruce, and in today's video we are going to review the different cruise lines that we've been on by category, and we're also going to make a decision about which is our favourite cruise line and explain why. So, what different cruise lines have we been on?
So we've been on quite a few now. So we've been on Royal Caribbean, we've been on P&O, and you've been on Cunard.
I've been on Cunard, yeah. So that's 3 different cruise lines that we're going to sort of compare with different ratings. Now, we haven't just been on 3 cruises, we've been on different cruises within these cruise lines, haven't we?
Right, yeah.
But we're going to we've mainly been on Oasis class for Royal Caribbean. So the review that we give for them is mainly going to be about Oasis class. But we have also been on a smaller ship. We went on Enchantment. So we're going to sort of include that in the review as well.
Yeah.
So one of the first categories that we're going to review is food, because let's face it, that comes up so much when people are booking cruises. People want to know what type of food there is, whether it's going to suit them, what the quality of food is. You can see all over YouTube all about the food, can't you?
Yeah, but also when you speak to people as well, they're like, oh, what's the food like? Even people that haven't been on cruises are obsessed with the food, so we thought we'd start with that one.
It's quite a big part of the holiday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously you're having every single meal 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a day on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
So shall we start with Royal Caribbean?
Yeah, so from our experience, the buffet is absolutely amazing. Okay, really good. Lots and lots of choice. Lots of different themed nights. When we went on Royal Caribbean cruise before, they had like a Jamaican night, they had like an Italian night. They even had one night where they kind of had a British night, which was quite funny because you had to go up and explain to people
what Yorkshire pudding
what Yorkshire pudding was. So that was really interesting because they had no idea on kind of what that meant and what that did. So that was quite nice for us, wasn't it? Almost a little bit.
They tend to, whatever the themed night is in main dining, they follow through in the Windjammer, which is the buffet for the Oasis class.
Yeah, so the buffet, and we've never had a problem with the buffet at all, have we?
We really enjoy all of the food. The Central Park Cafe.
Yeah, like you say, the Windjammer. We even tried the solarium, didn't we?
Yeah, little sort of. I think it's sold as slightly healthier food, but
it's kind of out the way where the adult section is, isn't it?
Yeah. The pizza on the wasn't the boardwalk. What's the main entrance?
No, pizza
called?
was on kind of the main area, wasn't it?
Yeah, the pizza there in the entrance area.
The hot dogs in the kind of carnival bit where you had the kind of merry-go-round and all that. They were lovely, really nice.
Yeah, free ice creams.
Yeah, that's always good.
One thing we can't really talk about for Royal Caribbean is specialty dining.
Yeah, so the reason we didn't do it is because I think the food quality was so good.
Yeah.
There wasn't really any need to. Even they look amazing, and we probably will try one at some point.
We did do one. We did a lunch.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
In the grill.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. When we got the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grill was beautiful, wasn't it? As soon as we got on the ship, we had a steak, didn't we?
Yeah, Chops Grill.
Chops Grill.
Yeah, we did a lunch in the Chops Grill.
And it does make a difference. See, we didn't think it would because the quality of the food we thought was really good on Royal Caribbean, but actually. When we went to Chops Grill, it is an extra level up, isn't it? And
there's so many lovely specialty restaurants in Central Park.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't done one of those because we love Central Park, but we're just so happy.
Never had any really need to, have we?
We're so happy with the quality of their food on Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, and there was never any struggle with any kind of getting stuff. Everything was really well stocked.
Yeah.
We used to spend a lot of time in Central Park. Yeah. And you can get like open like meat off the bone, couldn't you? Like sandwiches.
Yes, it's a German. They do like a German sandwich, don't they? I can't remember what that's called.
But really nice, really good food. So we can't fault the food on Royal Caribbean at all.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely amazing.
What about P&O?
See, now the food on P&O I thought was okay, but you thought was. Well, it was better than I expected, to be honest, because I'd heard really bad things about it. We'd spoken to other couples, and they'd said the food on P&O, and they'd been on Royal Caribbean and other cruises, and they said it's not very good. It's not very much selection. It's a bit beige, a bit plain.
We went on a staycation. On Britannia during COVID, and the food wasn't brilliant, then, was it?
No.
Whether that was because of COVID, obviously there were so many restrictions and things. The fact that they were able to put on cruises and do the staycation was brilliant, really. Please remember, if you're enjoying this video, or even if you're not, please help by liking and subscribing. Like and subscribe. I need to say. But yeah, so our previous experience on Britannia just for 3 nights, the food wasn't on a par with Royal Caribbean. So then when we went on Azura, and at that time there was quite a bit of bad press really about Azura food, wasn't there?
Yeah, that might have been. The thing is, we kind of put it into perspective really, because we kind of thought it was probably because of COVID.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Because everything we were used to Royal Caribbean, where you could go up and take what you wanted and get what you wanted and go and sit down. Whereas when we went on that staycation, if you remember, they kind of, you had to choose and they had to pick for you.
Yeah.
Which felt a bit restrictive, didn't it? But I think that's because of COVID.
So whether that tainted our view before we went on Azura,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But I personally thought the food on Azura was good.
Yeah, you did.
I enjoyed the buffet.
Yeah.
I thought the choice for the evening meals was good. You really missed the themed nights, didn't you?
Yeah, I think, like I say, the cooked meat was really good. I think it was easier to be healthier on the P&O one, because it felt like there was more restricted choice. So therefore, you kind of had to go for the salads and the cooked meats, didn't you?
Yeah, everybody had
Whereas
salad and
when you're on the Royal
meats.
Caribbean, it's so hard to avoid that cookie jar. It's so hard to avoid all those cakes and all that kind of stuff, because it's so fantastic. So I think it's easier in terms of eating to kind of eat healthier on P&O.
But we did pay for specialty restaurants on P&O.
Yeah, so we went on the Epicurean.
And we did Sindhu.
Yeah.
So adding those into the mix obviously takes it up a level, because Epicurean was absolutely lovely. We really if you've seen any of our previous videos, we absolutely rated Epicurean, didn't we?
Yeah. I think as well, Epicurean was really good value. Whereas some of the Royal Caribbean specialty dinings are quite expensive, can't they?
They were more expensive.
So
yeah.
they're still good value. Don't get me wrong, but I think they're a bit more than the actual P&O ones. So you did the Cunard one, didn't you?
So the Cunard, finally, I thought the Cunard was on a par with P&O. I thought I liked the buffet, the King's Court buffet on Cunard. Was absolutely lovely. As I say, we're only on there for 4 days. But the breakfast, the breakfast in the main buffet was just, it just seemed to go on and on and on and on. The choice was.
I saw the videos as well, like you say, when you showed me the footage, and the pastries looked amazing.
There was literally a station
egg.
for absolute. There was an egg station, a meat station,
Yeah.
a bread station. It just seemed to go on and on and on. And to be fair, there was a huge choice at lunchtime in the King's Court for lunch, in terms of salads and meats and all of that. And even in the evening, we did do the buffet tea time, I think once. But then we also did the main dining on Cunard as well. We only did that twice. Now, I thought in terms of selection, I think Cunard had the smallest selection for main dining in the evening. But a thing that Cunard has that all the others didn't have, totally free room service.
Yeah.
And the room service was good quality food.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of buffet, which a lot of people eat in the main buffet, I think the P&O and the Cunard buffet were on a par for me. It's just that Cunard topped it.
And you also get that afternoon tea on Cunard as well.
You get the afternoon tea on Cunard.
And that's part of the actual package, isn't it?
Yeah, we didn't do it.
That's almost like specialty dining, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's made into a huge event. We didn't do it, but it did look nice. And we've seen videos and we've seen other things. It does look a nice thing.
Yeah.
But we didn't do it.
Yeah.
So if we're going to rate them 1, 2, and 3,
we've kind of said quite positive things about all 3.
Because I think it is positive.
And
I think the food is positive.
And I think if you were going to choose a cruise based on food, I don't think you could go wrong with any of them.
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
Do you know what I mean? If like I say, it is one. We've said, didn't we? It's one of the biggest reasons why people kind of think about cruises. But actually, we can't fault any of them really.
Yeah.
But if we had to choose, what would be your first?
I think P&O had Royal Caribbean has slightly more venues to go to. P&O specialty dining slightly better, and Cunard, the room service gives it a different edge in the afternoon tea. So there's all different things, right? So my number one will definitely be Royal Caribbean. I just think it just tops the others by an edge, just because of the sheer amount of venues, the sheer amount of choice, the quality. Maybe we're influenced a bit by it being our first cruise, but I still think it tops it. So what about you?
So for me, again, I'd agree with you. I would say Royal Caribbean is the best one. I thought the P&O food, and I didn't go on Cunard, so I don't really know, and you said it was on par with P&O, so I'd probably think the same for the Cunard one. But I think for me, the Royal Caribbean one is a step above.
Yeah, okay.
I think, like I say, that the cakes and stuff on P&O were really nice, but in compared to like Royal Caribbean, they were nowhere near the same. The level of stuff you could get, like even the biscuits. We one of our things on Royal Caribbean, which we all quite did as nice as a kind of group, was we'd sit and have cookies, and we'd play games, and we had a really nice time. And then when we went on P&O, the cookies were there, but it wasn't the same.
You didn't have the same space.
It wasn't the same standard. It wasn't the same level of quality of what you could get. So I think for me, if I had to choose of the three and I was basing it on food, again, you can't go wrong with any of them, but I would definitely go Royal Caribbean, and I would pay that extra just to get that experience.
Yeah, so P&O and Cunard for me are a joint number 2, 3, however you number it. I think the buffets very similar, the main dining very similar. P&O has the specialty dining as a bit of an edge for me, and Cunard has the room service and the afternoon tea. So yeah, that's the summary really for the food.
Yeah, the food section, definitely.
That's Retirement Dreams to Reality. Keely and Bruce, and thanks for watching. Hope it's been useful, and remember, like and subscribe.